Okay, so let's just jump right in with a question I think pretty much everyone can relate to. What is that one thing, the number one reason you tell yourself, you know what, I'll just skip my workout today? And there it is, lack of time. If you were thinking that, you have hit the nail on the head. It's the biggest hurdle for almost all of us, right? Trying to juggle work and family and life. It just doesn't leave a lot of room for that hour-long trip to the gym. But that's exactly why we're here today. We're going to dive into a really powerful solution that's backed by some, frankly, amazing science: high-intensity interval training, or as you probably know it, HIIT. And that really brings us to the main question, the big idea for today. What if you could actually get better results in just a fraction of the time? I know, it sounds a little too good to be true, but the research here is, well, it's pretty compelling. So, what exactly is HIIT? The concept itself is incredibly simple. You go all out, like 100%, for a really short burst. Then you pull way back to recover for a bit. And then you just repeat that cycle. The magic isn't in how long you go, it's all about the intensity. Let's put this into perspective. Most of us think of cardio as MICT. That's moderate intensity continuous training, like going for a long, steady jog. HIIT is a completely different animal. It's designed to push you into that 85% plus max heart rate zone. And that physiological stress, that's what unlocks all of these incredible benefits we're about to get into. So, how does pushing yourself that hard actually translate into real results? Well, the first major benefit is how HIIT basically turns your body into a fat-burning furnace, even hours after you finish the workout. And see, this is the secret sauce of high HIIT. The workout itself is really just the beginning. The real magic, the thing that sets it apart, happens in all those hours after you're done. It's something called the afterburn effect. It all comes down to a process called EPOC. That stands for excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. The best way to think about it is like this. HIIT is so intense that it puts your body into an oxygen debt. And to pay back that debt, your metabolism has to kick into overdrive, consuming way more oxygen and burning extra calories just to get back to its normal resting state. And this isn't just theory. The data backs it up completely. When scientists matched workouts so that the total calories burned during the exercise were the same, HIIT still created a much, much bigger afterburn. You're just getting more bang for your buck, metabolically speaking. But here's the kicker. Where do all those extra afterburn calories come from? Well, research shows that after a HIIT session, your body specifically targets your fat stores. A huge percentage of the energy your body uses to recover is pulled directly from fat. It's pretty amazing. But HIIT isn't just about burning fat. It actually rebuilds and strengthens your body's entire engine. We're talking your heart, your lungs, and even your muscles. And the numbers on this they're crystal clear. When you compare HIIT to traditional cardio, HIIT is often flat out superior for heart health. It improves vascular function, which is how flexible and healthy your arteries are, by more than double. It gives you bigger gains in VO2 max, which is the gold standard for measuring your aerobic fitness, and it leads to really significant drops in blood pressure. And here's something else. Unlike that long, slow jog, those intense bursts in a HIIT workout force your body to recruit its powerful, fast-twitch muscle fibers. This actually stimulates muscle protein synthesis. So what does that mean? It means you're not just getting a cardio workout, you're actually building and maintaining muscle at the same time. It's like a two-for-one deal. Okay, so we've covered the body, that's all great, but what about the brain? Because honestly, this is where the science behind HIIT gets really, really mind-blowing. So I want to introduce you to a protein called BDNF. That's brain-derived neurotrophic factor. The easiest way to think about BDNF is that it's basically like fertilizer for your brain cells. It's absolutely essential for learning, for memory, and for your brain's ability to change and adapt. And guess what boosts it? The key is the intensity of HIIT. The lactate that your muscles produce during those all-out sprints actually sends a signal to your brain to start pumping out more BDNF. You combine that with more oxygen flow into the brain, and that unique stress is the perfect recipe for a serious cognitive upgrade. And the crucial point here, the big takeaway, is that there's a direct link. The research shows it's a straight line. The higher the intensity of the exercise, the bigger the cognitive boost you get from it. It's that simple. Okay, now we're at the final benefit, and maybe the most profound one of all. We're going to talk about how HIIT might actually be able to slow down the aging process itself, right down at the cellular level. I love this quote from researcher Larry Tucker. It perfectly explains this idea of your biological age versus your chronological age, right? The number of candles on your birthday cake doesn't have to define how old your cells actually are. And the evidence for this is it's stunning. One study found that people who have consistently high levels of physical activity have a biological aging advantage of up to 9 years. And they measure this using something called telomeres. These are the little protective caps on the ends of our chromosomes that get shorter as we get older. So what protects these telomeres? Well, it's an enzyme called telomerase. Now, just to look at this data, it's incredible. Resistance training, which is great for you. It didn't really have a significant effect on this anti-aging enzyme. But HIIT and endurance training, whoa, they caused a massive 2 to 3-fold increase in telomerase activity. It really seems like that high intensity is what flips the switch on preserving your cells.
Okay, so let's pull all of this together. When you look at all the science, what is the ultimate takeaway? What's the bottom line on HIIT?
It's really this. HIIT is probably the most efficient investment you can possibly make in your own health. You're getting maximum results in the minimum amount of time. You're getting a superior fat-burning, metabolic boost. You're building a stronger heart, stronger lungs, stronger muscles. You are literally upgrading your brain. And you're helping slow down aging at the cellular level. It all really comes down to this one last question for you. When you see all this evidence, the time saving, the fat burning, the brain boosting, the anti-aging, if you could get all of that by investing just 20 or 30 minutes a few times a week, why wouldn't you?